Good morning, Happy New Year, and I have got some news for you today. Only a bit. There are some news stories I'm not going to bother with because you're sick of them, I'm sick of them. You deserve better than the bullshit. So, we've got an AJ Styles injury update, news on Dragon Lee's contract with NXT, and something on SmackDown I missed related to Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. So, AJ Styles suffered an injury at a live event for the WWE Holiday Tour earlier this week. At that point, we didn't know what the injury was or how severe it could be. Well, AJ took to Twitter last night to give everyone an update on the injury. Excuse me, this is what AJ said. Just want you guys to know that I'm okay. Broken ankle is what I'm dealing with. No surgery. This just takes some time to recover. This will be the longest I've been out of the ring. Thanks for the prayers and get well wishes. So it sounds like AJ isn't suffering from serious injury. And worst case, he'll be back in the middle of March, as apparently an injury like this can take 6 to 10 weeks to recover. Now, that doesn't mean he'll be booked for WrestleMania. If it takes 10 weeks for his ankle to recover, then they won't really have time to build a meaningful match for him. Now, I could be wrong, and they pull something off, or he's earlier recovered than the 10 weeks. So he could either have a match for WrestleMania, or he could return the Raw after Mania. There is a chance that they could build a match for him with the OC. If he's going to be out that long, they can have a 6-man tag or something, or a mixed 4-on-4 tag match, something along their minds. But it doesn't sound serious. He doesn't need to have surgery. Hopefully he's back soon. He will be missing the Rumble. News on Dragon Lee and his contract with NXT. After the departure of Mandy Rose, the latest signing, Dragon Lee, aged 27, is the new highest paid wrestler in NXT. According to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, WWE got interested in signing Lee after AEW put him on TV without a contract. And WWE also told Lee to not tell anyone about the signing with WWE until they had beat AEW's tag team FTR. Now, that's the false narrative that I've been talking about with wrestling journalists posting videos with thumbnails saying Triple H's master plan, trying to make out he's some sort of evil final boss. This is incorrect, and it makes people wish Triple H to die, which is not what we want in the wrestling community. I've been seeing all sorts of fucked up tweets that these people are very unhinged, and this is not good. A quote from the Wrestling Observer: he would be the highest paid NXT wrestler now that Mandy Rose is no longer working with the brand. It's a 3-year deal and does call for pay increases with each year. But the hope and certainly the feeling he was given is he would have a main roster contract and be brought up in 2024. So it sounds like Triple H and Shawn Michaels have high hopes for this guy. Personally, if he can cut a decent promo and has great in-ring work, then he could take NXT to a level it needs to be at. Not like the old black and gold, obviously. It will never retain that status of importance, but he can make it a watchable and intriguing show as an underdog babyface, the next Rey Mysterio, however you want to put it. I believe he could make NXT watchable if he can cut a decent promo, which is what he's going to learn to do down there, and have some great matches. So we shall see how it goes. I hope it goes well for him, and I wish all the best for Dragon Lee. Now, an honourable mention here. before I end today's news video. Something I missed on SmackDown because I was quite hungover. Kevin Owens got his receipt from Roman Reigns after what happened at War Games. As we all know, KO hit Roman Reigns with a stiff slap that ruptured his eardrum and wasn't planned as part of the match, which led to some heated words backstage. On SmackDown, in the tag match between Kevin Owens and John Cena versus Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn, Roman gave KO what was either a stiff Superman punch or a stiff clothesline, which caused KO's eye to swell up. Now, this is nothing to worry about. Both of these men are professionals, and this isn't going to lead to any backstage heat and further unnecessary, consistent news videos like with the CM Punk situation from September. So, hopefully this is the last we hear about it. Both men professional. Don't need to worry. Yeah, so that's all from me for today. It's been a nice quiet start to 2023. There was a story about Chris Jericho telling the AEW locker room CM Punk will never be back, but I'm not going to waste your time with that. No one cares about CM Punk news. No one cares about Chris Jericho news, especially when it's negative. No one wants to hear about this shit. So I'm not going to waste your time with it. I'm not going to write a whole fucking script about CM Punk and Chris Jericho. You, the viewer, are more important than the algorithm. So, yeah, any negative CM Punk news, any negative Chris Jericho news, you fuck off. I don't care. Right. I hope you have a great New Year's, and that's all from me for the news for today. I could potentially be back later with a video I've got in mind. So, have a happy New Year, and I'll see you in a bit.